Okay, good evening, everybody. It's Friday evening. It's June the 3rd. This is your evening tropical update, and we have one storm in mind. It's PTC number 1, PTC, Potential Tropical Cyclone. It means that the system out there still has not become an official tropical depression or tropical storm with a name, but it might, and it's getting close to land. And so this allows the Hurricane Center to go ahead and begin issuing all the watches and warnings in the forecast cone so everybody can plan for the potential for a real tropical system coming in. Now, the information we'll be looking at is from the intermediate advisory, 7 p.m. Central Time, Friday evening. The next full advisory, new full forecast cone update comes at 10 o'clock. Here are all the advisories as they stand right now. And South Florida is under a tropical storm warning. You're getting tropical storm conditions on the coast, especially southern coast right now. We're going to look at the winds here in just a minute. West side of Cuba's got a tropical storm warning as well. So even though the storm itself is not a tropical depression or tropical storm, with some of the heavier downpours coming into South Florida right now, Key West, Key Largo, Miami, Marco Island up to Fort Myers, you're getting wind gusts that exceed 40 miles an hour. And so those are tropical storm force gusts, and thus the tropical storm conditions expected, and they're happening right now. And this is all happening way ahead of what is the center of this thing, which is really an open swirl. That's the center of potential tropical cyclone number 1. It is completely removed and displaced from all the deep convection, and that is because the upper level winds are blowing it apart. Surface winds, yeah, we've got a surface swirl out here. Again, this is at the 7 o'clock advisory. 1,003 millibars, moving northeast at 7, 40-mile-an-hour sustained winds in parts of this circulation, but it is completely exposed. There's no deep convection near the center. It's all being blown off to the east. This is one of these lopsided sheared systems, so it's not going to be a big wind threat. Not going to be a big storm surge threat, but it will be a heavy rain threat. These are notorious for dumping a whole lot of rain. Forecast track from the Hurricane Center takes it into the southern portion of Florida, south of Fort Myers. They're still forecasting this to become a 45-mile-an-hour tropical storm. Remains to be seen if it does that. Regardless, the point is moot. It's going to be a rainmaker as it crosses Saturday. That's Saturday afternoon. And then by Saturday evening, it's gone, and going into Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it kicks itself out into the open Atlantic and we'll be done with it, although it looks like it is going to skirt by Bermuda. Bermuda, you may have a wind and rain threat as we head into Sunday night and Monday morning and Monday afternoon of next week for Bermuda. Most of this misses the Bahamas, but Bahamas, you're going to get some of the rain out of this, especially the northern island of the Bahamas. Here's the way it looks on our future track, our radar forecast. The worst of it is happening now and will continue to happen overnight into 6 a.m. Saturday morning with all the heavy rain and what wind there is out ahead of the surface low, what there is of a surface low. And then by noon, the center of the storm is moving inland to southwest Florida, but the bulk of the rain still displaced way off to the north and east. That's noon on Saturday. And then we get into the afternoon and evening and going into Sunday morning, it all exits. Rain totals by that time, however, could be, in that pink and white area, that's 12, 14, 16 inches possible. Otherwise, you're looking at a solid 4, 5, 6 inches across a big swath between Fort Myers and Miami. So expect many high water spots and just a good time to stay off the roads and stay in. And let it be a rainy night and a rainy day without you on the roads, and let it go on through and be safe. As far as the winds, here are the wind forecast numbers. By the time we get into 5 a.m. Saturday morning, could have gusts. These are potential gusts to 53 Key West, to 47 in Miami, Fort Lauderdale to 38, Fort Myers to 18. As the storm continues to advance going into the middle of the morning on Saturday, Miami, models say you could see a wind gust to 63. Absolutely you could. You'll be on the stronger side of a developing system, and with heavy rain bands, they transport the stronger winds that are above the surface down to the surface. So if you get a heavy rain band, you absolutely could see a gust to 40, 50, or 60 miles an hour. It won't be sustained. It'll be a gust. By 4 o'clock Saturday afternoon, the storm's pushing across. The strongest winds are moving out to the Bahamas and out into the open waters of the Atlantic Ocean, and then off it goes by 8 p.m. Saturday evening. That's where we stand with the system right now. A real rainmaker and a little bit windy on the coast. Be careful out there. Questions, comments, leave them. I read them. Hit me up on social if you'd like. We'll see you tomorrow for the next update.